Welcome guys to this new video. Today I'm going to show you the differences when flying with Ryanair, Wizz Air, and Air Albania. This video is not meant to rank these airlines, but instead compare them based on my personal experiences flying with Europe's popular low-cost and regional airlines in the past few years. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this journey. Let's begin with Ryanair, the leader in Europe's low-cost market and typically the cheapest among the three. Let's imagine you want to fly from Frankfurt, Germany to Barcelona, Spain. With Ryanair, you won't be flying from Frankfurt main airport. Instead, they use Frankfurt Hahn, located about 120 kilometers from the city, a much smaller airport in the countryside. This is a key part of Ryanair's strategy, using remote secondary airports that charge lower landing fees, allowing them to offer cheaper tickets. The trade-off? Limited airport services and longer travel times to get there. But on the plus side, these smaller airports allow faster boarding, helping Ryanair maintain its record-breaking 25-minute turnaround time. Facilities at Frankfurt Hahn are basic, but functional. Ryanair even uses dedicated terminals or low-cost extensions in many cities to cut costs. For luggage, Ryanair's lowest fare includes only a small backpack. You'll need to pay extra for cabin baggage or checked luggage. At boarding, Ryanair invites passengers into pre-boarding areas or queues, sometimes before the plane has even arrived. As soon as it lands, deboarding begins and passengers walk to the aircraft. No buses or jet bridges involved. Boarding is done via both the front and rear doors, and many aircraft have retractable staircases, further saving on ground handling costs. On board Ryanair's Boeing 737-800, you may encounter both old and updated interiors. The older cabins have no seat pockets, and the safety card is printed on the seat back to save weight. Legroom is surprisingly decent at 30 inches, and tray tables are available. Magazines are only given on request. Next, let's take a look at Wizz Air. This time, imagine you're flying from Vienna, Austria to Ohrid, North Macedonia, a popular route in the Balkans. Unlike Ryanair, Wizz Air does operate from Vienna International Airport, a major European hub with excellent connections and well-maintained terminals. This offers a more polished start to your journey compared to Ryanair's preference for secondary airports. Despite flying out of such a primary airport, Wizz Air still follows the low-cost carrier model, meaning the experience is efficient and minimalistic, rather than luxurious. Wizz Air specializes in serving Central and Eastern Europe, including many cities that aren't frequently served by larger carriers. Its network includes destinations across the Balkans, Ukraine, the Baltics, and even parts of the Middle East and Central Asia. The airline is a popular choice for migrant workers, budget-conscious travelers, and tourists exploring off-the-beaten-path European spots. One of Wizz Air's main selling points is its ultra-low fares, but there's a catch. To consistently get access to the cheapest tickets, passengers are encouraged to join the Wizz Discount Club. This membership costs 30 euros per year for individuals, or 70 euros for a group plan, and offers discounts on flights and baggage for up to 5 people. If you plan to fly more than once a year, the membership can easily pay for itself. When it comes to aircraft, Wizz Air primarily operates Airbus A320 and A321 models, both configured for high-capacity, short to medium-haul flights. The A320 typically holds around 180 passengers, while the A321 can seat up to 239. On board, you may notice a mix of aircraft interiors. Some older planes still feature brown leather seats, while newer ones offer a more modern cabin design with blue leather seats and updated finishes. Despite cosmetic differences, the seating layout is consistent with a focus on maximizing capacity rather than comfort. In fact, Wizz Air has some of the tightest legroom in the European market, with a seat pitch of just 28 inches. This can feel particularly cramped on longer flights or for taller passengers. The seats are slim and fixed in a recline-free position, which helps with quick boarding and cleaning, but may not be ideal for relaxation. There are no USB ports or power outlets, so you'll want to charge devices in advance. Each seat includes a small back pocket containing a safety card and a buy on-board menu, where passengers can purchase snacks, drinks, and duty-free items. The menu typically features sandwiches, instant noodles, hot drinks, and alcoholic beverages at reasonable, but not cheap prices. There's no free water service or complimentary refreshments. Everything comes at a cost, which is typical for ultra-low-cost carriers. The baggage policy is also very strict. The basic fare includes only a small personal item, such as a backpack that fits under the seat. If you want to bring a standard cabin bag or check luggage, you'll need to pay extra. It's significantly cheaper to book luggage online in advance than to add it at the airport. Once the aircraft is ready, boarding is conducted via both the front and rear doors when available. This speeds up the process and helps Wizz Air achieve quick turnarounds and on-time performance. Now let's move to our third airline, Air Albania. For this example, let's imagine you're flying from Rome, Italy to Tirana, Albania, one of the airline's most frequent and popular routes. Unlike Ryanair or Wizz Air, Air Albania is not an ultra-low-cost carrier. Instead, it operates more as a mid-cost regional airline, positioning itself between budget airlines and full-service carriers. It serves a relatively small but growing network, primarily focused on connecting Albania with major cities in Europe, particularly in the Balkans, Italy, Turkey, and Central Europe. One immediate difference passengers will notice is that Air Albania uses primary international airports rather than distant secondary ones. On the Rome-Tirana route, for example, your journey begins at Rome Fiumicino Airport, FCO, Italy's busiest and most well-connected airport. This offers a smoother and more convenient airport experience with access to lounges, high-speed rail links, and better services compared to smaller airports used by low-cost carriers. Airfare with Air Albania tends to be competitive. While prices fluctuate depending on the season and booking time, tickets often start around 30 to 40 euros, which is surprisingly affordable given the inclusion of services that low-cost competitors charge extra for. For example, Air Albania's standard fare includes a full-size cabin bag, making it a more convenient choice for travelers who don't want the hassle of constantly calculating baggage fees or worrying about strict luggage dimensions. The fleet consists mainly of Airbus A319 and Boeing 737 aircraft, which are leased and often shared in operational partnership with Turkish Airlines. Cabin interiors vary slightly depending on the aircraft, but you can generally expect more spacious seating than on Ryanair or Wizz Air. The seat pitch is more generous, typically around 30 to 32 inches, providing extra legroom and overall comfort for short to medium-haul flights. On most flights, passengers receive complimentary snacks or light refreshments, such as water, juice, or traditional Albanian treats. While online check-in is available, though airport check-in usually remains free, a perk compared to many low-cost competitors who charge for the service. When it comes to boarding, Air Albania usually takes advantage of full terminal infrastructure, especially in major airports. In Rome, boarding is commonly done via jet bridges, allowing for a smoother transition from terminal to aircraft. No standing in long queues on the tarmac or boarding in harsh weather. This can make a significant difference, particularly for elderly passengers, those traveling with children, or anyone with mobility concerns. That said, not all routes and airports offer this premium boarding experience. At regional hubs like Tirana International Airport, TIA, boarding may be conducted via airport buses and remote stands, sometimes using both front and rear aircraft doors to expedite the process. This flexibility in operations helps keep turnaround times efficient without compromising too much on comfort. And that wraps up our journey comparing Ryanair, Wizz Air, and Air Albania. Each airline offers something different, from rock-bottom fares to more comfort and convenience. If this video helped you choose the best airline for your next trip, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more travel tips and flight reviews.